Hello, friends. This is Darren Hayes of Pigskin.com. Before we take you to your favorite Sports History Network show, just want to tell you a little bit about some merch that you can pick up that represents your favorite SHN podcast. So far, there's t-shirts, coffee mugs, and even books from some of the authors that do podcasts right here on SHN. Who could buy something better than that, than have the history right from the gentleman that you hear talking about it? But we also are adding things each and every day. And where's that store, may you ask? Well, it's at SportsHistoryNetwork.com. Up at the top, there is the SHN merch button. Click on that. It'll take you right to the store, and you can be representing your favorite podcast and show the world that, hey, on the swag that I'm using, it's the headquarters of sports yesteryear, Sports History Network, and my favorite podcaster, the Sports History Network store. Shop there today. Now it's time to take a sports break, a look at sports history on a daily basis. Hello, my friends of sports history. This is Darren Hayes of the Sports Jersey Dispatch podcast. Welcome once again to the Pigpen, your place for all things great in sports history and the great events and players that made them happen on the date of October 13th. Can you believe we're there already? Well, this is your sports break for October 13th. But before we go there, let's make sure that you're aware that we are on Facebook. That is at Pigskin Dispatch is the page, and it's a great page that has a lot of our football content from PigskinDispatch.com, but we also try to throw in some of the Sports Jersey Dispatch podcasts and JerseyDispatch.com items as well. It's a great way for you to communicate. We'd appreciate you taking there and visiting, and if you like it, give us a thumbs up. And if you really like it, subscribe. We'd appreciate having you there. Just another way for you to join us each and every day for the great communication. Now let's talk about those uniform numbers for October 13th. The numbers are 9, 1, 23, 49, 14, and number 29. Some very interesting things going on, including our first item up, and that's October 13th, 1960, and some still say it was the greatest game of baseball ever played. Pretty big words, but listen to this. The World Series between the New York Yankees and the Pittsburgh Pirates, it was epic. The Pirates were the underdogs, a roster filled with blue-collar players representing the city of hardworking blue-collar factory workers and steel mills and other factories around Pittsburgh. But the heavy favorites, on the other hand, were the glitz and glam Yankees, featuring stars like Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra, and Whitey Ford. It was a game that oddly featured not even a single strikeout in the game, and the only time it's ever happened in World Series history. It did feature, though, 19 runs on 24 hits, and it was played in a brisk 2 hours and 36-minute pace. Pretty quick for a baseball game that goes 7 innings. Well, the World Series action had a very memorable moment when the Pirates' second baseman, number 9, Bill Mazeroski, bottom of the ninth leadoff home run to dramatically defeat the New York Yankees 10-9 at Forbes Field in the deciding Game 7. That final game saw the lead change 4 times, and most dramatically, of course, with that Game 7 walk-off, the only one that's ever happened in World Series history. The Yankees outscored the Pirates in the series 55-27, so more than doubling their score for that 7-game series. And the Yanks out-hit the Pirates 91-60. They also had 10 home runs to 4 for the Pirates, and a team ERA was twice that, 3.54 for the Yankees, 7.11 for the Pirates. You can imagine that with all those home runs and all those runs that were scored. It's the only time that a series MVP was somehow given to a player on the losing side, as Yankee second baseman Bobby Richardson, number 1, took home the award. And second place probably would have been a Yankee too, because Richardson had a batting line of 367, 387, 667, which included a grand slam, 2 triples, and 12 runs batted in. Pretty deserving of an MVP. But he wasn't the best offensive player on his own team. Mickey Mantle hit 400, 545, and 800 with 3 homers and drove in 11 runs. That's pretty spectacular itself. So both guys that were probably the most likely to get the MVP were on the losing side, and the team that seemed to have the most runs is the one that got beat 4-3 in 7. Makes it one of the greatest games, and of course that Bill Mazeroski home run and the drama that happened at Forbes Field, just epic. and unbelievable. We have a video that we embedded from YouTube of that great home run and the walk-off and the aftermath and how the city went crazy on our website, jerseydispatch.com. So make sure you take a look at that for that great memory. October 13th, 1970, two future Basketball Hall of Famers made their debuts on that day. Guard number 23, Calvin Murphy, who played for the San Diego Rockets in a 111-96 loss to Chicago. Meanwhile, in the Big Apple, forward Dave Cowens for the Boston Celtics in a 114-107 loss. So both Hall of Famers made their debuts, had good games, but their teams lost. How about that? The San Diego Rockets, even hard to say. October 13th, 1978, while the Yankees third baseman number 9, Greg Nettles, was making many spectacular plays in Game 3 of the World Series to help Ron Guidry, number 49, defeat the Los Angeles Dodgers after trailing 2-0. The Yankees did end up winning the series, though, with 4 straight victories to take it in 6. October 13th, 1984, Chicago Blackhawks number 14, Bill Gardner, scored on a 10th penalty shot against the New York Islanders. October 13th, 1985, a horrible incident and very odd in the NLCS. Cardinals Rookie of the Year number 29, Vince Coleman, was injured stretching before the game as his left leg got caught in Busch Stadium's automated tarpaulin system. And real weird that he got hurt there, because he was definitely a very big scoring threat for the Cardinals with all that speed. He had a lot of stolen bases. October 13th, 2002, Michael Schumacher won the season-ending Japanese F1 Grand Prix for his record 11th victory of the year and 3rd straight World Drivers' Championship. The title margin of 67 points was over his Ferrari teammate, Rubens Barrichello. And that is your great sports break for this October 13th. Your sports history is brought to you by PigskinDispatch.com. We hope you enjoy it. Hope you join us each and every day for more great sports history. In the meantime, check out all my friends, SportsHistoryNetwork.com. Some great podcasters there with some great guests and great events and stories to tell in sports history, all genres, and very family friendly and thousands of hours to download. Never goes bad, never goes stale. It's history. And also go to PigskinDispatch.com or JerseyDispatch.com for some more entertainment in the sports history realm. Till tomorrow, everybody, have a great sports history day. Sorry, but my pitching coach just called timeout and he's coming out to the mound. I think I'm going to get yanked for a reliever. We'll see you back tomorrow for some more great sports history on Sports Jersey Dispatch Podcast. We invite you to check out our websites, JerseyDispatch.com and PigskinDispatch.com. Not only see the daily sports history, but to experience the preservation of great events and people that play the games. Find us on Pigskin Dispatch. It's also on social media outlets of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel to get all your daily sports history. Pigskin Dispatch is happy to be associated with the Sports History Network, the sports headquarters of yesteryear, found at SportsHistoryNetwork.com.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at SportsHistoryNetwork.com.
It was just another ordinary day in the offices of the Pittsburgh Guardian newspaper circa 1924. But for Marla Delft, assistant editor, everything was about to change. For she was about to discover the awesome attractiveness of Row 1 brand retro sports paraphernalia items thanks to Orville Mulligan, sports writer.
And there it is.
Wow, Orville, that's really the bee's knees.
Isn't it just? A poster-sized replica of the actual 1909 World Series program cover.
I can see that. But where did you get it? And where'd you get it framed?
I ordered it from the Row 1 website, where over 6,000 items of sports memorabilia from the 1880s to the 1990s are available for reproduction, in multiple sizes and in several different materials, with over a dozen styles of frame to choose from for prints like this.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Delft would love to put up more of these in the office. But I'm equally as sure they're beyond this newspaper's budget.
Not at all, my dear Marla. See for yourself. Go to sportshistorynetwork.com/row1.
sportshistorynetwork.com/row1. Oh my, these are good prices. Oh, and look at this stuff. Oklahoma-Nebraska football, college basketball art, Michael Jordan items.
And so it
retro
was that
sports
Marla Delft
advertisement
discovered the
placards.
splendiferous magic of Row 1 sports memorabilia, arts, and prints. You can too by visiting sportshistorynetwork.com/row1. That's ROW1 today for access to the full Row 1 catalog of gallery prints and gifts like t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, telephone cases, coffee mugs, blankets, pillows, towels, and even shower curtains. Act today for 15% discount off all prints with coupon code SHN15 and 20% off all other items with coupon code SHN20 at checkout. And keep your dial locked to the Sports History Network for the exciting chronicles of the 1920 sports world in Orville Mulligan, Sports Writer. Coming soon.